So everyone, the Artist's Way is awesome. The Artist's Way consists of two essential practices. One is the morning pages. The morning pages is essentially just opening the floodgates. You write stream of consciousness. You just get it out, pour it out, 2 or 3 pages every morning. As soon as you get up, it just flushes your system clean. It gets out everything that is otherwise stuck inside of you. As you open that spigot as wide as possible, you start getting more and more flow, and then it pushes out and flushes out all of the other toxic buildup, the clogging of the system that may have been stopping you from being creative before. And that kind of unbreaking of the system, that flushing, allows you to find your flow. It allows you to find your soul, your inner child, the creative inside of you that's been hiding all this time. The other essential practice of the Artist's Way is the artist's date. Now, you're supposed to take yourself on a date every week. Now, this is supposed to be visual. It's supposed to fill up your well. The date is something that your inner child would want to do. And you got to think about this date, plan this date out for yourself. What does your inner child love? What did you love doing when you were young? What thing really turns you on at a child level? Just, visual things, fun games, going to the park, looking at animals. Like what is it that just excites your simpler self, not the intellectual stuff, the simpler you, not something about business or anything like that. What's just playful? What's a game that you can just play? It could be a craft, it could be creating something, playing with Play-Doh or drawing. It could be coloring books. But whatever it is, it gets you inspired. You're trying to lure your inner child out, because it's likely that it's been hiding for many years. Because this society, this culture basically shuns it, shames it, and it hides. You may be at different levels on this. Everyone's different. Some people don't even know their inner child. They've never met it. Some people are very familiar with it, but we all function better when we're able to get it out. When we're able to get it out into the open. The more it comes out, the more it flows, the more we flow as an individual, the more creative we are, the more we can lend our power to our life experience and our relationships. So the other great thing that we need to be watching for is the censor. The censor is the enemy within. It is our analytical mind that tries to squelch and destroy any creative things for fear that we're going to be hurt by them, that someone's going to look at our creativity and criticize us. And because this has probably happened to all of us many, many times, it has good reason to protect us from that. And so this censor comes in and it's just like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's terrible. It immediately judges things. That ruins creativity. Your creative process has to start completely free, like a child who's completely protected by his parents, so that he can really just dive in and be bad at stuff, play with stuff that doesn't work, and keep playing because he just enjoys himself. That kind of unbridled freedom is what allows the flow to begin. It allows the creativity to start moving. And that's what we really need as artists and as human beings, because what are we in this world if we're completely stifled and controlled? I mean, we're not half of who we are. When we're holding it back, we've got to be able to let it out. Now, being completely uninhibited is not a great idea in society today. We're not wild animals, but we need to tap into that wild animal power to let it pour out of us. And then we can get our minds to then work with that creativity, but the mind cannot dominate that creativity, or the creativity dries up, recedes, it goes back inside, and it doesn't come out. So that's what this is so much about, is liberating that creativity, liberating the freedom to do things that suck, to be stupid, to do things that are silly and absurd. And once you get that flowing, you can begin to come in with your mind gently at the right times and edit and finesse, train, and get it to come out just the way you want it.